Pally.
Today is Thursday, January 10th, 2019.
And InFocus starts right now. The winter rally is coming up soon.
And Trump's address to the nation on the growing crisis at the border. All that and more is coming up on today's show.
Welcome to InFocus. I'm Maddie Drucker.
And I'm Myrna Vade.
There's a lot going on around campus.
Here's some important announcements from today's campus bulletin.
Cookies on the Quad was this morning, but ASB has a ton of other events planned for this semester. The next of which is Club Day. It will take place Friday, February 1st, and applications are due to Mr. Hall by the 22nd of January at 3:30 p.m.
Another ASB event occurring soon is the Winter Rally. Seniors who are interested in playing a basketball game versus the staff should sign up by January 22nd. Varsity basketball players are not allowed to sign up, but anyone who wants to get out and shoot some hoops should sign up at the link on the screen.
Moving on now from what's going on around campus to what's happening in the world and locally today.
Let's take a look at what's topping today's headlines in today's News Minute.
President Trump used his first ever primetime address from the Oval Office on Tuesday night to make his case for funding a southern border wall, while also emphasizing the human cost of what he called the, quote, growing humanitarian and security crisis, unquote, of surging illegal immigration. House Majority Leaders and Democrats Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer met with the president yesterday regarding the crisis. Unfortunately, the meeting between them ended negatively, and that compromise between both will be difficult to achieve.
While many people out there are starting their New Year's resolutions, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg has announced one of his resolutions for this new year. That resolution is to fix Facebook. The resolution may be challenging too. Instead of focusing only on Facebook's problems, he wants to talk more about broader societal issues facing the entire technology industry.
Actress Ashley Judd's multi-pronged legal battle against Harvey Weinstein came to a bit of a crossroads yesterday. U.S. District Judge Philip S. Gutierrez dismissed Judd's sexual harassment case against the movie mogul, stating in the ruling that Judd's legal team had not adequately alleged that her relationship with the defendant was covered by the statute. Judd was among the first women in Hollywood to accuse Weinstein of sexual misconduct in a series of reports published last October. Since then, more than 80 women have accused Weinstein of varying degrees of misconduct. The U.S. oil industry is the world's top oil producer and has been for the last 7 years.
That's right, Maddie, and they are practically leaving Russia and Saudi Arabia in the dust. Their catcher, our very own resident historian, has been learning more about how it all started.
What do you have for us today, Thayer?
Yeah, the United States is a world leader oil production, and on this day in 1901, a drilling derrick at Spindletop Hill near Beaumont, Texas, produced an enormous gusher of crude oil, coating the landscape for hundreds of feet and signaling the advent of the American oil industry. Spindletop experienced a second boom starting in the mid-1920s when more oil was discovered at deeper depths. In the 1950s, Spindletop was mined for sulfur. Today, only a few wells still operate in the area. That's all for me. Back to you.
Thanks. Pally Sports have been doing pretty well this winter season.
And Max is in the studio now with the latest update for Pally Sports.
Any big games for Pally today, Max?
Yeah, there are some pretty good matches coming up today, but first let's take a look at what happened yesterday. The girls varsity basketball team took on Cupertino last night and won 56-44. Great job, girls. JV also played, but unfortunately did not report their score. The Pally wrestling squad has their first home duel against Cupertino tonight at 6:30 p.m. in the small gym. The only other upcoming game for tonight is boys freshman basketball, who plays away at Los Gatos at 5 p.m. There isn't a ton of action in the sports world right now, but I'm predicting an increase as teams get into the regular seasons and as spring sports start tryouts. Back to you, Maddie and Noor.
Thanks, Max. You know, I was out of town last weekend, but I heard it rained a ton. Actually, so much that a tree fell down outside of my house.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was also out of town, but let me tell you, the ride back from the airport was not the safest. The rain was super heavy. Now, I know that the rain was not the best, but let's see how the rain is going to be for the rest of the week. Ingrid is in the studio now with today's weather report.
Ingrid, what can we expect out there today?
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Noor. Today in Palo Alto, it's 59 degrees Fahrenheit. There's not going to be much rain. We're saying that the high is going to be 60 and the low is going to be 47. Well, there's going to be a Gusts of wind blowing at 11 miles per hour. The humidity is at 75 and there's only 10% chance of rain. Now for Friday and Saturday, you can see that's going to be rain. The highs are going to be on the 60s while the lows are going to be 50 and 47. Now looking at our 5cast, you can see that it's going to rain the entire week. The lows are going to be on the low 60s to high 50s while the lows are going to be on the low 50s to high 40s. Now looking at our Bay Area temperatures, you can see the San Francisco and Oakland, they're a little bit chilly. The lows are going to be on the 49s while the highs are going to be on the high 50s. While in Palo Alto and San Jose, the lows are going to be on the high 40s to low 60s. That's all for me. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ingrid. Well, that does it for today's episode.
Be sure to visit our website to check out old episodes, check the bulletin, or to send us an email.
Until next time, have a great day, Pally.